warm welcome to Fujitsu ActivateNOW, Fujitsu's first virtual event. We're bringing together partners, customers, professionals from all over the world.
In today's partner highlight session, you'll hear from Shunsuke Onishi, Head of Global Services Business Group and Head of Private Enterprise Solution Business Group at Fujitsu, and Karl Fahrbach, Chief Partner Officer at SAP.
They'll share some thoughts on how SAP and Fujitsu are co-creating new digital solutions to help reimagine business.
Welcome and thank you for joining the Fujitsu SAP Partner Highlight session. Suddenly, everything has changed. The events of 2020 have ushered in a new normal that is as yet undefined. But one thing is clear. Digital transformation is key to not just success, but resilience. Now, more than ever, a focus on business continuity is vital. Every enterprise needs to be agile, not just to compete, but to cope with the flow of events. Together, we have been on a digital transformation journey which must continue. The intelligent thing to do is adapt priorities to focus on what needs to be done, but without losing sight of the ultimate destination. Every day, the world's leading companies are reimagining themselves and enabling digital transformation with SAP technology. As one of SAP's main partners and one of the very few to offer a complete end-to-end portfolio from infrastructure to consulting services, Fujitsu is helping organizations reimagine business, allowing them to emerge stronger in a changed world. How are we doing this? Together with a partner ecosystem, and in particular with SAP, we have been helping customers in these challenging times to become resilient, profitable, and sustainable organizations. With a vision to bring digital to every organization, Fujitsu is co-creating new solutions with SAP for over 40 years. Why doing so? We forge long-lasting relationships built on trust. So today, we stand strong as we face some of the biggest challenges of our times. All organizations have been affected in some way, and it is clear how tremendous the impact can be when the daily processes we rely on come to a stop. It is in this context that digital transformation is no longer an option, but a must. I would like to share with you a great example of how Fujitsu and SAP are collaborating on a global digital supply chain to help organizations become agile, resilient, and innovative. Together, we are the world's first group of implementing SAP S/4HANA, Manufacturing for Production Engineering and Operations, PEO, at Kawasaki Heavy Industries. Kawasaki Heavy Industries, KHI, is a leading Japanese aircraft manufacturer. They develop and manufacture aircraft for the Ministry of Defense and engage in international projects for civil aircraft, including the well-known Boeing. KHI was looking to achieve higher levels of traceability in order to be more competitive in the global market. Accurate flow-down of technical requirements and obtaining high-density production information were essential challenges. To solve these problems, KHI decided to implement SAP S/4HANA PEO. This would allow KHI to integrate information consistently from design department to the manufacturing site. The design and manufacturing process of modern aircraft consists of highly complex processes. There are many sudden changes in design, drawing, and specifications. And in order to respond quickly to these technical requirements, it is essential to have a tool that enables sharing information accurately to the manufacturing site. All of these are connected by paper and people. Together with Fujitsu and SAP, over 4,000 workers and workflow activity have been digitalized and integrated in the system. This real-time data improves production quality, enables better and faster decision-making, but ultimately a greater employee experience. However, things weren't always easy. We did encounter several challenges along the way. The key to overcome these challenges was the power of our partnership. Fujitsu industry expertise was key to complementing SAP technology and driving greater value for our customer. Together, Fujitsu, SAP, and KHI worked collaboratively through several workshops in order to find the best solution for a successful project. KHI will benefit from real-time data of manufacturing sites aggregated from their business process, enabling improved production activities. The evolution of this management system and the optimization of operations will contribute to enhance KHI's international competitiveness and innovation. Before I end, I would just like to highlight two other incredible examples of how Fujitsu is co-developing industry solutions with SAP and improving customers' everyday operations. Let us look now at the retail industry. Many retail organizations underestimate the impacts caused by small process incidents at the point of sale. These can be simple things like unintentional deviations from processes, lack of employee knowledge, or inadvertent errors. When multiplied by tens of thousands of transactions every day, these can result in substantial lost revenue. To help detect and prevent these deviations, Fujitsu developed a loss prevention application, Fujitsu IP, based on SAP Customer Activity Repository. This solution uses advanced analytics and process automation to help organizations detect and prevent fraud at the point of sales, minimizing revenue and profit losses. Now moving from retail to digital supply chain. We already heard of how complex operations can be in the manufacturing industry. This specific industry is well known to us at Fujitsu. We ourselves are a world-class manufacturer and have more than 80 years of experience. We recently developed a specific solution designed to meet complex business operations of engineering to order, ETL process, and the manufacturing shop floor. In order to meet the demands of mass customization, manufacturers need to be able to react quickly and effectively. Fujitsu application for ETL is helping manufacturers respond quickly to customer requirement changes even after production has started. Built on SAP Cloud Platform and integrated with SAP S/4HANA, this solution enables mass customization in a simplified manner and provides manufacturers with numerous benefits, including streamlined business operations, optimized production time, improved usability, and excellent employee experiences. These are only some examples of how together with SAP, we are co-innovating and co-developing digital solutions for everyday business operations. No other company is more experienced than SAP and Fujitsu to transform your business. We have been doing this together over 40 years. We believe we are the best place to help you increase resilience, profitability, and sustainability to succeed. No matter where you are on your journey to digital transformation, Fujitsu is here to support you. By combining SAP technology with Fujitsu expertise, we can put intelligence at the heart of your organization. Thank you.
Across the world, businesses are facing tough challenges in adapting to an abruptly changed world. Based in Barcelona, SAP's Chief Partner Officer Karl Fahrbach has seen big international businesses struggling to deal with the fallout.
SAP customers are facing challenges of all kinds, right? Especially the big ones in these times of pandemic are profitability and the experience they can offer to both customers, employees, and as well as the supply chain. I believe the best response businesses can make is basically to focus on resilience, making sure that they have their processes really well integrated and really robust. And then the other one would be, for me, flexibility. We have seen as well that with the pandemic, things can change in a minute. So we need to make sure as well that we are ready to have a flexible business model that we can adapt to the current circumstances. If we look back and we look at technology as such, we have seen technology is playing a key role in accelerating businesses and making sure that we create as well new economies, new categories in the economy. And not only the businesses, but as well, if you look at the society, I believe that millions and millions of people have as well been able to improve their lives because of technology. I believe that technology has been always an enabler in these last decades, but it will become even a much bigger role when it comes now in getting out of the pandemic. If you see the companies that have been really being more successful during the pandemic and these after times that we're going through are those ones that have been really able to adopt technology, digitalize their businesses, and being able as well to adapt, to be flexible, and to be resilient. An intelligent enterprise is a company that has their business processes really connected and end-to-end integrated. If you look at, for example, the hiring processes, right? And the hiring processes is in many times broken in the companies, so we don't offer a beautiful experience to the candidates or to the employees, right? So if we are able in an intelligent enterprise to integrate this process end-to-end, from hiring to retiring, the employee experience will be much better, the candidates will be as well happier, and I think we will learn as well through the process in being more effective. So an intelligent enterprise is basically a company that runs with connected and integrated processes that really integrate end-to-end on a platform that is actually based on artificial intelligence. And I think what artificial intelligence does on top of it is it helps with automation. And therefore we are able as well to reduce cost and reduce as well repeatable tasks. If we find pieces of the process that can be repeated and automated in some way, we use artificial intelligence to do that. And we can focus our resources, our best resources, which is actually the people, on value-added tasks. And then the other benefit for me is really to have an integrated process, right? If you integrate processes end-to-end, they are not silos within the process. You can gain efficiencies, and you can offer as well a beautiful experience to both customers, employees, as well as suppliers. Well, the main lesson I believe that pandemic has showed us is that anything can change anytime. No strategy is going to be really there for 3-4 years anymore. We need to have always fallbacks, right? And understand how can we adapt when the situation changes, even don't know how the situation will change. So for me, it's flexibility. That's the biggest learning. And on top of that, resilience. I believe that new technologies are key to enable companies to really navigate through the pandemic and navigate through the coming years. If you look at how can companies be more resilient, more flexible, focus the right resources on the right things, and be able as well to analyze the data, this is all founded on technology. Well, Fujitsu and SAP have a long history together. So we have been friends and partners for over 40 years now, and we have been always working on the leading edge of technology. We are both companies that are obsessed with customer satisfaction and customer experience to ensure that we really look at the customers, listen to them, understand what they need, and we come up with a solution that combines the great technology that Fujitsu provides with the great business processes that SAP provides. And I think putting that all together creates actually the intelligent enterprise. For me, partnership is always about collaboration, right? So I've been always a big believer that collaboration is the way to get things done. But especially if you look at the world we are in today, right, where we have many issues in the society, we have as well many issues in the economy, we have actually navigating through a crisis, through the pandemic. I don't believe that any one of us can come up with a solution alone. I think we need all of us to really stand together and collaborate. So I believe that partnerships become even more relevant these days. So I believe that the biggest challenge would be actually this, right? How do we learn together, SAP, Fujitsu, and the customer, in this new situation? How do we adapt ourselves and ensure that we can continue to offer a value proposition that is really relevant and compelling to the customer? I believe that coming out of the crisis, it's all about digitalization. So I believe that we have been talking about digitalization now for many years. And actually, when the crisis started with the pandemic, we have seen that actually the level, right, or the rate of digitalization was not as high as we expected in the economy. So I think this is an urgent need, and this is what both Fujitsu and SAP can help the customer with, to equip them with the right resilience, the right flexibility, and the right business processes to come out of the crisis, and not only come out, but really actually grow and be set up for success in the future. So I believe we have an opportunity now to reinvent the world, right? And reinvent as well the values to ensure that we solve things that are actually real as well, like employee satisfaction, for example, right? Things like social justice, right? Making sure that we have social justice as well, making sure that people have access to technology, making sure as well that we have an impact as well on the environment, right? So I think all of that will be enabled as well by digitalization, and I think it's everyone's responsibility to fight for it.
Many thanks, Karl, and to you, Onishi-san. And thanks to everyone for watching. If you've still got an appetite for some fresh, bracing thinking, there's plenty more on offer throughout the event.